Hello everyone. So today we are going to learn about the theories of intelligence. So into theories of intelligence, we are basically going to learn about the Jean Piaget theory of cognitive development. And we'll try to understand all the concepts related to this theory and we will see how Jean Piaget has explained the concept of intelligence into his theory. So let's begin our presentation and start with Jean Piaget theory of intelligence. So Jean Piaget, a Swiss psychologist, has given this theory. So Jean Piaget theory of cognitive development suggests that children move through four stages of mental development. That's why it's also known as cognitive theory of development. His theory focuses not only on understanding how children acquire knowledge, but also on understanding the nature of intelligence into these four stages. So what Jean Piaget did, he used to be very much keen on to that how the thinking capacities are developed into a child. So what he did, he used to present some problems to his three kids and used to see that how they are tackling those problems and how they are solving those problems. So by doing so, he then generated this theory of intelligence. According to Jean Piaget, humans have tendency to solve their problems and have harmony with their environment. And to do so, they use different various processes. So by explaining all this concept, Jean Piaget has explained the concept of intelligence also. He has said that intelligence is something that is different and distinct at each stage of life. So a child would have a different kind of a distinct kind of a knowledge as compared to an adult person. So that's why he has divided this theory into four stages. So let's see what four stages of mental development he has given. So these are the four stages that Jean Piaget has explained into his cognitive development theory. So first stage is sensory motor stage. As by name is by like using your senses you are acquiring knowledge. Next comes the pre-operational stage. That means before initiating any of the process, means before initiating actual operation. Then comes the concrete operational stage, and last is a formal operational stage. So let's see one by one what these stages actually mean and what kind of intelligence or what kind of abilities we have into various stages. So let's start with the sensory motor stage. It is the stage which starts from birth up to 2 years. So as by the name sensory motor, we know that small children, what they do, they are not capable to speak, they are not able to speak words. So what they do by using their senses like touch, see, or to hear or to listen, all these things, they or by using all these senses, what they do, they try to understand the world. So the infant knows the world through their movements and sensations only into this stage. Children learn about the world through basic actions such as sucking, grasping, looking, and listening. Means they are using their sensory organs only. So they see that sucking, if they suck onto their thumb, they are getting a pleasure through it. So they learn all these things by using their sense organs only. So into this stage, the child is not able to communicate by using words. So what they do, they just use their sensory organs to express themselves and also to understand each other. So into this later on into this stage, into sensory motor stage, what child do, they actually understand about the object permanence. So now what is object permanence? So object permanence is like when you will hide their toys under a blanket or under a sheet, they will know that even though I'm not able to see all my toys, they still exist, they are somewhere into this environment. So infant learns that things continue to exist even though they can't be seen. That is known as object permanence. So they are separate being from the people and object around them. Into early stages, child is unable to separate himself from the environment. They see each and everything in one context only. But later on to this stage, they develop this feeling or this kind of intelligence that I am an individual person and I'm existing into this environment. I am a distinct person. So that is kind of intelligence they have into this stage. Lastly, they realize that their action can cause things to happen in the world around them. Now they know if they will perform or do certain kind of activity, it is going to cause some consequences. Like if because of this only they start to repeat their actions like throwing their toy again and again and laughing because they know that you're going to pick it up, or like shaking the rattle toy again and again because they know that by shaking it into this particular motion it is going to cause this kind of a sound over there. So this is about the sensory motor stage, and this is about all the characteristics of the sensory motor stage that person have from birth to 2 years. Let's move forward and see the next stage. Next is a pre-operational stage. This is the stage which is from 2 to 7 years. So you must have seen a 2 to 7 year child is very much curious. They ask too many questions. They want to know each and everything around them. And basically into this stage, they have many imaginative friends also. So what they do, they use symbolic learning over here into this stage. Children begin to think symbolically and learn to use words and pictures to represent objects. Just like if they are playing with their doll, they will assume that this doll is their child. They will try to feed that child and that doll. They will try to talk to that doll, and they will even try to command that doll with various various giving him or giving that doll different kind of things to do, because they are perceiving that doll as someone some particular person into their life. So that because they are observing that doll or perceiving that doll as symbolically and trying to learn through it. So children at this stage tend to be egocentric and struggle to see things from the perspective of others. Egocentric is a person which perceives that whatever I'm seeing or whatever or however I'm observing things, everyone in this universe do so or have a same idea. So that is egocentric. Now, children into this stage tend to be very much egocentric. They see that if I'm observing this thing or I'm having this particular perception about this particular situation, everyone in this world is going to say this thing with that perspective only. So while they are getting better with language and thinking, they still tend to think about things in a very concrete terms. So let's say, take an example over here. Let's say I have given kind of a green grapes to a child, and those grapes were sour. So they would be having the generalized kind of idea over there that every green fruit or every green grape is going to be a sour. So that is kind of they are having a concrete kind of a thinking. So they do not know the logics behind them. They do not understand the principles, but they would be having that generalized kind of a concept about the situation or about the objects. So this is about the pre-operational stage. Next comes the concrete operational stage. Now this stage is from 7 to 11 years. During this stage, children begin to think logically about concrete events also. Now they would know, okay, this particular kind of a fruit is sour. They know that this particular fruit is sour, this is sweet, or they would know about these general principles, but they won't know actual facts behind them, that why this is so. Although they know that, okay, this is happening, but why the process is happening or how this thing is happening, they won't have any idea about that. So that is kind of a concrete thinking they are having. So they begin to understand the concept of conservation over here. So what is conservation? This is also known as principle of conservation. So into the concrete operational stage, children learn about the principle of conservation. So they learn that the amount of liquid in a short and wide cup is equal to that in a tall, skinny glass. As you can see into the picture, they learn that the fluid level or the amount of the fluid into both cup is same. But how this is same, why this is same, that won't be there. That kind of a thinking or that kind of intelligence won't be there, because they are not having any logical thinking still is missing into this stage. Their thinking become more logical and organized, but not up to an optimal level, but still very concrete. Concrete means generalized opinion about each and everything would be there, but why this thing is happening, they won't be having any idea regarding that. So children being using inductive logic over here. Inductive logic is like moving from specific information to a general information. If I'm telling them, okay, this is particular, that if the amount of liquid in both cups are same, although there is a change in the shape of the glasses, so they will move that, okay, this happens if I'm pouring the same amount of water, the amount of the water is going to remain the same into the distinct shapes. But why that is happening, they won't be having that idea of over here. So what they do, they kind of think inductively into this stage. So this is about the concrete operational stage, where the child have concrete kind of thinking. Concrete thinking is like generalized thinking they're having over here. So next comes the formal operational stage. So this is the stage where the child learn to think abstractly. Now they will understand the reasons behind why the things are happening. They will also understand the hypothesis, okay, why we are using this particular kind of a formula, or why we are using this particular kind of a solution to solve the problem. Or how people think differently, or they will understand that, okay, every person in this world is having a different kind of perspective. So that is what kind of a thinking or what kind of intelligence is there into this formal operational stage. So this stage is from 12 years up to the lifetime. So at this stage, the adolescent or the young adult begin to think abstractly and reasons about hypothetical problems. So into you have seen into the previous stages, the child wasn't having any hypothetical reasoning over there that okay this is happening, but why this is happening. They just know that this happens. So this is a generalized thought. It will happen each and every time. So they now into this formal operational stage, now they will understand that why this is happening, how this is happening, or what are the different consequences of this problem. So abstract thought emerges. Obviously, their thinking horizons has now begun to expand, and they will now think more abstractly. Teens begin to think more about moral, philosophical, ethical, social, and political issues that require theoretical and abstract reasoning. Now they would know that people are having a distinct thought. Each one has different kind of attitude towards each problem. So they will see now and will welcome others' perspective also. They know that what they are saying that is according to their perception, but now they can accept others' perspective and others' viewpoint also. So that is into abstract reasoning because they are now start to have an abstract thought and they are no more egocentric. So a child into this stage or a person into this stage start to use deductive logic. Deductive logic is like now they know that this is a general principle, so this is a concrete thought that everyone is having, but now from concrete thought they can move to a specific information also. Like if we have given them particular kind of an idea, they can move from that idea and will try to find out all the causes and all the processes behind that idea. So this is about the formal operational stage. So into this presentation, we have seen that how Jean Piaget has explained these stages, and he has not only explained that the child has some kind of intelligence, but he has also tried to explain that what kind of intelligence a person is having through these various stages. So by using this theory, we can actually use this theory into our classes also. By being a teacher or by being a parent, you can use this theory because you will know that this is a particular stage my child can understand up to this level only, or this is the stage where child can use only concrete kind of a thinking. So according to that, curriculum can be planned for the child, and obviously by using this kind of a theory into the class, you will know that this particular age group is able to understand or is having a this particular kind of intelligence. So the syllabus or all the classes or every lecture can be planned in accordance to that only. Or like we can like we have seen that child learn through imitation or child learn through symbolic language. So we can provide them that kind of experience so that their learning or their intelligence can be more enhanced, can be enhanced more. So this is about the today's presentation. I hope you have got an idea that what is Jean Piaget theory and how a person acquire different kind of intelligence with the these various stages of life. So this was about today's presentation where we have covered about the Jean Piaget theory of intelligence, also known as cognitive theory of development, where we have seen the various four stages of development, and then we have actually understand what are the various characteristics that each stage acquires, and then we have also seen the uses of this theory. So this was all about today's presentation. I hope you have learned a lot. Thank you everyone and have a good day.